Hey, what is up, guys? Mortal Kombat in the background. Time to finish out Q&A. We're gonna start with Luke Pierce. He has 3 questions. First up, do you feel it is still acceptable for games like MKX to be released with shitty netcode? I don't even know about acceptable, but I don't know why you would want to, because this game's like, netcode is terrible, and I think that's one of the biggest things that really screwed over a lot of people's interest in it. Second question, how much does it detract from the game as a whole to you? Like I just said, I really think that this and the constant patching were the 2 things that turned people off the most, to be honest. Third question, how much DLC do you think there will be for Street Fighter 5? I'm guessing a ton. Not only just costumes, but I expect there to be like, I expect the character cast to probably double within the first like 2 years, probably. Like, I really think that there's going to be a ton. Next question from Blackjack Bulls, how do you deal with players that are plus on block? Oh, when they do stuff that's plus on block. Oh, okay. So I mean, you know, the first option is just to block and just deal with the situation. Your other options are usually like reversal, whether that be with like armor or something, or backdashing, or hitting a button or something like that. Those are pretty much your main options. So, next question: what is the best fighting games to play for someone that's just starting out, and how would you go about teaching them? Well, I mean, for teaching anybody fighting games, there's usually good resources online, especially if you want to get an MKX. I did a ton of videos for that kind of stuff, and KI too. But honestly, I think the game you should get into should be whatever you're interested in. I don't think you should just play something because you think it's easier or harder to get into. Like, just play whatever you want and whatever you're interested in. And besides that, just look up online, you know, see if there's a good tutorial out there that exists. Just search around the internet. The internet's pretty much the best way to do this kind of stuff. Next question, MK9 or Injustice? Injustice, because I never played MK9. Now we got a bunch of questions. Wow, there's like a billion of them. I'm gonna rapid fire these off. I'm planning to get into Street Fighter series. Should I try Ultra before Street Fighter 5 or just wait till Street Fighter 5 comes out? Definitely try Ultra, because a lot of things that are legacy in that game are gonna carry over to Street Fighter 5. Plus the game is still really popular, really fun, so why not? Yeah, definitely try out Ultra. Will you be using Brawler and Spec Ops Cassie again soon? Yeah, I've been playing a lot more Cassie lately, so definitely, you know, I've been playing more of her in general, so yeah, probably more of those variations too. Do you prefer MK or Street Fighter? I prefer Street Fighter. Who/what inspired you to be a YouTuber? I always liked teaching people, just, you know, in general, and I was like, when I was trying to learn fighting games, I was like, there are not enough guides out here. Like, I had to like struggle and try to learn from like just watching footage and just getting lucky. So yeah, pretty much I was like, there's not enough people making fighting game content, and I like doing this stuff anyway, so I probably should. Number 5, who would you like to see return in Street Fighter 5? I don't really care too much about the older characters. I just want to see, what's it called? The new cast. That's who I'm most interested in. I just want to see the new characters. New blood is always exciting. Do you think Tag Team Mode has a chance to return as DLC in MKX? Yeah, maybe with Combat Pack 2. I don't know. I'd rather them fix the goddamn netcode. Next questions from Michael Walter. Have you played Uniel? I have, actually. I played Gordeau when Brad was into Uniel for a little bit. If you have, who did you play? Yeah, Gordeau. If you haven't, who is interesting to you? Well, Line I always thought was really cool anyway, even though I did play the game. I just thought she was super sick. And Byakuya was cool too. I don't know. That game had an interesting cast of characters. Next question from Jeev. Hey Steve, how you been? Fantastic. What have I been up to? Mostly just commentary stuff and just work like that. He says he loves fighting game content and to keep it coming. Thanks, man. Will we see Injustice anytime in the future? Magic 8 Ball says not likely. I haven't played that game since like the Ming Dynasty, and this game is like, you know, it's the successor. This is the one after. This is Injustice 2.5 until Injustice 2 actually comes out. So yeah, I mean, I've been playing this instead. I like it when you and Brad makes videos together. Is there a chance for an excellent adventure style series where you and Brad play alternating matches? Yeah, I actually did that already. Him and I done that with MK. It's probably not going to happen too much in the future because he doesn't really play MK, and him and I are just both busy. And the few times that we're not busy, we just hang out. We don't really play video games or anything. We just kind of hang out with each other. So Matthew Zendas asks, how long was your first relationship? Probably, it was in high school, and it was like 3 to 4 months probably. Not super long. Just a little thing. Next question. What video games are you looking forward to that are coming out soon? Kingdom Hearts 3. Although I don't know if that's soon. I actually have no idea. Street Fighter 5, obviously. Star Wars Battlefront. Fallout 4. Those are all games that I am really excited for. So that would be that. What would you think if they added a 4th variation, including new characters in Mortal Kombat? That'd be really sick, but that's a ton of work for them, though, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Do you have any personal hobbies that you like to do besides gaming? Yeah, I mean, I think my hobbies besides gaming is pretty normal, right? But like, man, I could just sit there and read a book and like drink coffee and be cozy like all day. Like that is to me a perfect day. I know like a lot of people don't really like that kind of thing, but man, I'm a big fan. And yeah, besides that, pretty normal outside of fighting games. This is just something that I do, you know, not only just for fun, but you know, for income, and it's just what I enjoy doing. So, yep. What is your MKX tier list? Oh, this question's too much. I can't answer this in this video. I'll just say that I think characters who are probably in like the top 5 and super strong are like Quan, Chi, probably Tanya, Tempest Kung Lao, maybe Cassie. Those characters are all really good. So yeah, characters like that. Tanya's just so good too, man. Next question, Karas. How do you punish a Kung Lao Tempest player? Like pretty much the only unsafe things he has is like teleport and spin. Everything else is pretty much safe. So the answer is you don't really punish him. You just kind of try to lock him down or just beat him in the neutral, which is really hard because he has a lot of really good tools. So yeah. Other question is, did you hate the Legend of Korra ending? No, I actually liked it. I don't know if I was one of the few or something, but I thought it was really good. So yeah, I liked it. Next question, what pad or controller do you use for MKX videos? I use just the normal Xbox One pad if I do play on pad, but I usually play on just Mad Catz TE2 stick. That's all. Dwayne Skinner, he has 2 questions for me. Could you do a quick video guide on how the character matchups on MKX work? Or, well, like, what are bad matchups that you would counterpick in? Honestly, that's way too specific to the character. So you play Sub-Zero. Honestly, the answer is, you know, if you don't like the matchup with Sub-Zero, then maybe try a different character or something like that. I think it's way too specific for me to just make a video about like every matchup in the game. And I'm not qualified to do that. Nobody is. So yeah, quick guide to anti-airs. When to best use down 2, standing 1, or sweeps. Well, to use down 2 just when they're in your jump range and they're not going to cross you up. Standing 1 is for when they're going to cross you up, and sweeps or, you know, overheads or normals or anything like that are for just far jumps, like anything outside of your down 2 range. Finally, what happened to the Life is Strange series with your homie / roomie? That would be Brad. It was hilarious to watch and you really enjoyed it. Well, the main thing about that is that, like I said, he's just super busy. So when we do get a chance to do stuff, sometimes we just don't have time for, you know, doing stuff like Life is Strange. We've talked about it and we're both interested in it. It's just, yeah, that's all there is to it. I know this question is really late to ask, but I don't care. A while back I asked if you supported guns and concealed carrying and you thought it was weird. I don't see why you thought so. No, I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's weird that, what's it called? It's a thing. Like, I obviously know about concealed carry and all that. But I just think it's weird to me. Like, I probably would never... I can't think of a reason why I would do it. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me, especially, like, certain lines of work and certain areas and stuff. But I don't really live in, like, a dangerous area, and I don't really have a reason to own a firearm. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. What are the 3 weakest variations in MKX? Wow, I have no clue. I really... couldn't tell you. Like, probably the 3 weakest are just the variations that you don't see often. Like, I would say that's a better way to do it. But yeah, I have no clue. That's really tough. Will you play Sub-Zero? Maybe. Also, can you please have Andrew appear in your video? Oh, wow. It's Andrew asking me this. Andrew, you're a dork. A few more questions. Wow, this is a lot. What is the biggest distinguishing trait between a good or social player from those guys who go into tournaments or evos? You know, super strong competitive players generally tend to know more things about the game, be more clutch under pressure, and just be able to compete at a high level. That's mostly it. Lots of experience. In your opinion, what makes a character strong or cheap? In a game like Mortal Kombat, like good normals, good mix-ups, generally safer on block than other characters, right? Those are all important. What are some telltale signs of a noob player? Oh, that's the part of the other question. The other one. Okay, cool. What's the biggest difference between Street Fighter, MKX, Injustice, and KI in terms of tactics and gameplay? It's mostly about the pace of the games, to be honest, because they all are pretty different in terms of how things play out. So yeah. Best way to play Jason Relentless. We're gonna run over a little bit in time here, but whatever. Best way to play Relentless Jason. Best starters in Tick Throw. Just back one the god. Back one into everything works. That's my advice. Tremor versus Sub-Zero versus Scorpion versus Fujin. Who would win? I have no idea. I just picked Fujin because I like my boy. Also, do you recommend Street Fighter 5? If I have never played Street Fighter before, yes, totally go for it. Even if you don't have a stick or any prior experience. What button preset do you use for your fight stick when you play MKX? Just the default one. Do you think if Evo should do more to promote other fighting games such as Skullgirls, Yatagarasu, BlazBlue? Well, they do usually have side tournaments for those kind of stuff, but they only have limited space and they have to run what they think is best to promote not only their event, but get the most players there. So, also with Killer Instinct, if the developers were to ask you for feedback on Season 1 and Season 2, would you want anything changed? Mostly, I just want, like, certain characters slowed down a little bit. Like, Conra does too much unbreakable damage, Cinder too. But yeah, I'm just interested in the new season, to be honest. I need to see Season 3 out before I want to make changes to the game going forward, you know what I mean? Hey Sajam, this is the last question. How do you feel about MKX not getting a next patch until 2016? That's crazy to me. I can't believe they're waiting that long. What I'm curious about is if this new pack of characters in 2016 will be the final one, or if they'll keep supporting it until there's a new game. So that's it for question and answers. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you guys again soon.